Alright, so for our last video here, we're going to create our assembly drawing. So this is the drawing we're looking to mimic. It's going to have an exploded view, it's going to have an assembled view, it's going to have a bill of materials over here on the side, it's going to have the sheet formatting over here as well. And I've also got these balloons to kind of label the different parts. So this is part 1, that's the blade, plain carbon steel, etc. And these balloons we're going to add as well to kind of link it to the bill of materials. So going over to SolidWorks, just like with our part drawings, we can use those to start the drawings. We're going to use the assembly to start this drawing. So go ahead and open up your assembly. Should have something that looks like this. Go ahead and open that, and then do File, Make Drawing from Assembly. We're going to stick with the same formatting, so A size paper, ANSI formatting, and hit OK. Alright, and so in this we're going to go ahead and insert eventually both of these two. So I'm going to start with the exploded isometric. And that is tiny. So let's go ahead and mess with the scale on that one as well. Use custom scale. Let's try 1 to 2. That's a little too big, so let's go like 1 to 3. Now I don't have that one, so let's go ahead and make it a user defined. Just type in 1 to 3. There we go. That's about the right size. Alright, so that's our exploded view. Let's go ahead and add another model view. We're going to do, pizza cutter. No, just double click on it. All right, there we go. So we're going to go and it's inserting another exploded view. We want to undo that. So, uncheck this box here. There we go. Now it's not exploded. All right. So that also, we're going to want to mess with the scale. Let's go ahead and use custom scale. Let's do the same, to be consistent at least, let's do the user defined and do 1 to 3 just like we did before. Alright, so, okay, there we go. So that's our assembled drawing, our exploded view. And we're going to add bill of materials as well. So before I do that though, I need to go ahead and add the balloons. So my bill of materials has part numbers to work on. So that's under annotation, and we can actually do this manually or we can auto balloon. So auto balloon will just like assign numbers to the parts. And I believe it works in the order in which we added them to our assembly. So if I do auto balloon, there we go. Alright, so it added balloons, it kind of labeled all these parts. The formatting is terrible, but the numbers are just fine. So let's go ahead and we'll drag them all into place. So that's part 1. Let's drag. Oh, there we go. There's part 2. Oh, for some reason these are all lined up. Let's move part 3 over here. So it's the guard. And at this point, you're just making it pretty. So try to make sure nothing overlaps. And you can take the ends of these arrows and kind of put them so the arrows aren't going over too much of this. Alright, so there's part 6. There's part 5. Make sure we got all inside the drawing. Don't want stuff on the outside there. Oops. If you go too far and you're not actually on the part, it gives you a question mark. And one of my arms is not labeled. So I'm going to go ahead and balloon that part. So if I just do go ahead and hit balloon. This is question mark. Alright, I guess it's not quite on the shape. There we go, part 6. You gotta make sure that arrow actually touches the shape. Yeah, it's a little finicky. Alright, so now I've got 2 of the part number 6. And 1 of everything else, and those are all balloons. So now let's go ahead and add our bill of materials over here on the side. I'll give myself a little more room. And for this, I'm going to go up to Insert, and it's a type of table, the bill of materials. So bill of materials, and I got to select a view. Oh, I'm selecting here. Make sure that you have your exploded view. Go Insert, Tables, Bill of Materials. hit OK. There we go. All right, so go ahead, click that in there, and we are going to make this tall and skinny rather than kind of short and wide. All right, and there we go. So some of this stuff is you're going to want to keep. So item number, this needs to correspond with your balloons over here. This is part number, and that's not really the right name for this. So if we double click this, we can label this part name. That's fine. All right, rather than description, I'm going to do material. And quantity, I'll keep that because I got 2 of the arms, 1 of everything else. All right, so we could potentially link the material into the part, specify the material in each part. We're not going to do that. We're just going to manually enter it here. And our handle is made of ABS plastic. Everything else is actually plain carbon steel. So we're just going to manually type that in at this point. So if I kind of double click, it's going to break. We're going to want to break the link. So we're not relating this to material properties that are specified in parts. We didn't do that. And I can just put ABS plastic. All right. We're going to do the same thing for the other parts, except all the other parts are going to be plain carbon steel. So I don't have to type this over and over again. Control C. All right, so let's go ahead. We were overlapping. Let's escape out of that. We're overlapping a little bit with our menu. If we move this up, bring it down a little bit, and just kind of generally get it in the right spot. All right, so that looks pretty good. All right. So last piece with all this, we've got our balloons, we've got our views. I'm going to change the sheet formatting. So right click, edit sheet format, add my name, add the name of the part. So this is the pizza cutter assembly. And right click up here again, edit sheet to get our part to show back up. And that's all we have. So that is our drawing for the assembly here. So with that, go ahead and save it. And we're all set. I will thank you for watching the videos.